Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for the Banner Saga. Playing through on a normal difficulty here. Just logged back into the game, and all I did was click the little supply hut, and then I stopped. So I started the recording after that. So you guys didn't miss anything, but we do have a pop-up here. ONF leads you to an I can't say that all of a sudden. Inconspicuous building. It's not a hard word to say. I was just parsing it wrong. He leads you to an inconspicuous building. This is them, he says to the handful of guards inside, who lower their weapons. In a concealed basement, you find an enormous store of food and sundries. Grab what you can, he mutters. We can make multiple trips to take everything. We take what we can and get out. I think we'll just take what we can and get... we don't have a lot of food. I don't know. I think we better take what we can and get out. I think that's probably the best move here. The entire store of goods would take a long time to gather. You have each person in the caravan make a pass through and take what they can before too long. Onuf has led you out of the city with his trusted fighters. You prepare to leave the city behind. So you get 80 supplies. We actually got a good chunk of supplies there. We can go check the market. Potentially get some more supplies from here. Yeah, how much? Oh, we don't have... We got 30 right now, okay. So we could get actually quite a bit here. One renown gets one. I mean, renown is very valuable to us right now. So there's a really good kind of idea to take that. It's just, we don't want to go too crazy with this. I mean, there's some nice stuff down here as well. But I think we'll take probably 10 more supplies. Not go too low on the renown. Yeah, we'll go with that. Maybe that was not smart, but I don't know. Give us a couple more days. Just to give us a little more flexibility. Let's go check out our heroes. Anything we can do here? I doubt it. You are currently injured. You could actually get an upgrade. Which, yeah, with 20 renown, we should go ahead and give you an upgrade. I think I was reading something about... I was trying to read a few tips just to kind of understand a few things. I did finally get onto the right track, though. Based on what I was reading, the idea of getting enemies low and then killing them is the better idea. You don't want to kill enemies. You don't want to just nuke an enemy down and then just move on to the next one, kind of so on and so forth, like you would normally in a tactics game. So that mind shift was the correct one. The other one I saw was talking about how it's probably better with your limited renown to not try to max out literally everybody. But I don't know. We're having fun with the game. We're just playing through it. I'm not going to overstress that too much. If I was playing on literally level, like the hard difficulty, I might min-max a bit more. But I think for now, we're fine to just kind of enjoy a bit of the process that we're going through. And for that, I think I would definitely promote this guy. Armor break, I think still sounds like a really good idea. And then, I mean, being able to spend more stuff would be useful as well. Let's do armor break and we'll just do a little bit more strength. I think that'll be fine. Alright, that looks good. You also have a promotion, so we might as well promote you up. I'm going to give you some armor break as well. We're going to actually give you this to let you spend a little bit more points and go from there. Anybody that can use any of these items. Okay, we do have somebody that can use, or we do have this item available. So +2 armor every time you rest. I mean, it has to be him who currently has this. And that's the only thing he can use anyway. So now we'll hold off on that until somebody else is able to use that. Let's go ahead and plug you into here since the other guy is injured. And I think this will be just fine for now. Okay, cool. Keeping an escape, trying to get out of it. Let's go. We've already went to the market, we saw the heroes. Let's leave. Outside the walls, things are a mess. Dredge are everywhere. Unfortunately, they're going around the hill on which Frostveller sits, heading south, and show little interest in following you as you cross into the wastes. You're finally free of Frostveller, but find yourself facing new problems. You hope that whoever Ivor knows at Wormtoe is willing to help. Morale's still at least good, so we'll keep going for now. Alright, some clansmen have discovered a large patch of wild fruit. When you approach, you see some people have begun to sample them. A mother frets about whether they're safe after overhearing one of the children say that it tastes funny. Others start gathering by the basketful. I would say offer peace to one of the animals in the caravan. I mean, animals are typically very smart about knowing what to eat and what not to eat. Lacking a poison taster, you hold out the fruit to a goat. The beast sniffs it before eating the entire fruit. Only the pit falls to the ground as the goat licks its mouth and leans towards your hand, wanting more. I mean, on the one hand, goats can probably eat just about everything. So maybe they're a bad thing here, but no, I think we're gonna gather as much as we can. We're gonna roll the dice here. We're gonna trust the animal. Many clansmen follow your lead while others continue eating and collecting. Later that day, a few fruit-stained peasants stumble around with drunken cans. Apparently, the fruit was fermented, not poisonous. Okay, fair enough. So we did get a few more supplies out of that. Morale is down to normal. I think that's still okay. The caravan is buzzing with worry. In the distance, someone has spotted a large number of dark figures following you. Also have some crows or something up ahead. The dredge, cries one woman, but something about it tells you they don't quite look like dredge. Let's see here. Worse than dredge. That's Eckle. The news spreads throughout the clansmen like wildfire. Eckle? Why would he? Starts oddly. Unless he's after you, Onif. He's insane, interjects Onif. And unpredictable. That's a good number of fighters with him. Your mind races concerning what to do. Let's try to work things out peacefully. Onif and your allies leave a caravan at a determined pace. There doesn't need to be bloodshed, you shout as he approaches. Why, Rook? My good friend, he replies, throwing his axe to the ground. We come to parley, not to kill. Why would I believe a word you say? Rook, we're good friends. What happened? You try to kill us. Just go back to Frostville and leave us alone. Ah, Rook, it's your pretty girl. I'm glad nothing happened to her. With the dredge, I mean. Our friends, how could I forget everything you've done for me? Broke into my city, took my horse, took my food, took one of my best men. How are you, Onif? Did they treat you well? If you came out here to kill me, let's get it over with. Nothing like that. You must think you know me, or people like me. What did Onif tell you? I'm crazy? I haven't survived because I'm crazy. I did what had to be done to make it in Frostveller. The only mistake I made was you. Okay. What kind of man are you, Rook? You look like an average man to me. A man worried about his daughter, maybe. Just making his way. But then look behind you. How many people is that? They follow you, fight for you. Why? What kind of man are you? I'm doing my best like everyone else. We're all doing our best. Why are you their leader? Why do they all look up to you? Why do these people think you are? Or who do these people think you are? You saved them. You're a hero. Maybe that's more important than who you really are. What's your point, Eckle? I'm your prisoner, Rook? Bind my hands? Frostveller's done. I can't survive there. Thanks to you, my good friends. You may not have to cut my throat, but you sentenced us to death. I don't believe that's who you are. Is this some kind of apology? You can't trust me, I know that. Take me and my men as prisoners, if that's what it takes. Echo looks down at the ground, and the words come slowly to him. I'm not above begging. Alright, let's ask Onif his opinion. I'd be a hypocrite if I told you to leave them. I don't know, Rook. You don't know me. How could you trust my word any more than his? I'm behind whatever decision you make. I guess we'll let him join us. It's probably a huge mistake, but... We need fighters. We fight the dredge just like the rest of us. You fight the dredge just like the rest of us. You fight for everyone now, not just for yourselves. And if you even look the wrong way at a single man, woman, or child in this caravan, there will be no hesitation about killing you on the spot. You do us a greater honor than I had hoped, Rook. These people are right to follow you. You'll have no trouble from us. I may be reckless, but I pay my debts. The caravan eyes them suspiciously, but they try to fit in, following your orders. You expect to hear complaints about this. Things are definitely becoming complicated. So we gained 45 fighters out of that. That's not bad. But we did get less supplies because we have more people now. And they didn't bring their own supplies. So obviously we're coming up to something up here. Oh, there's actually some people alive here. You find a surprising number of people camped at the Godstone. They've been here quite a while, ever since the sun stopped. Apparently they think Radomir, the sun god, has come back, and they're worshipping him despite the bleak environment. They welcome the caravan, mingling and swapping stories with others while you rest. They have almost nothing of value to trade, but their leader approaches and offers to let you join in their tribute. Sure, we'll accept their offer. We'll be nice. Bravely, you give the offer a chance. When you apply the oil, your skin starts to burn like a hot brand, but you bear it. It doesn't reveal any secrets of the universe, but the worshippers are impressed by your courage and gift you more oil to take. Let's inspect the Godstone. Nobody can really agree on what Radomir looked like, as fond as he was of his own isolation. He never directly contacted humanity. Most think he was a serpent that lived in the sun, and it's not uncommon to hear speak of seeing the tail of a great creature slipping through the thin clouds on a sunny day. Radomir was one of the lucky gods, the kind who people thanked for good weather, healthy livestock, and a good harvest. Despite all that, the biggest mystery has always been how this godstone came to be found at the bottom of a dried-out lake. After some rest, you continue on. The sun god worshippers are keen to stay, so you pack your things and return to the road. We gain an item. Cool. Several people have noticed black vultures circling above the caravan, taking advantage of the light snowfall. They pose no threat, but they have a visible impact on the mood of your clansmen. The next time you look back, Oddleaf is firing arrows into the air, which nearly tag the birds once or twice. Get lost, no dead down here, she shouts to nobody in particular. You know what, let's join her. First person to knock one out of the sky gets their wish granted, you announce. Several of the caravan give it a try, including Alette, enjoying the sport and turning around morale. It's no big surprise when one of Oddleaf's blue feathered arrows brings down a bird. Morale improved. Good. You know, says Oddleaf, scanning the caravan, a lot of these women, they could do this. You can tell from the look in their eyes she's excited about the idea. I think we're going to start training them how to fight, she says. No, I think it's a great idea. We all got to survive. We can always use more fighters, you tell Oddleaf. If Alette is any proof, you know how to train someone with a bow. Oddleaf gives you a smile. She heads off to some of the women in the caravan, showing them the vulture she shot down. I guess we're not ready yet, but I'm assuming at some point we'll get some more fighters. Right, so we are officially, let me see, we're officially weak morale. Oh, I was going to camp. A scout returns with a nearly frozen child. I almost stepped on her in the snow. Looks like she must have been running from something, he says. Patches of blue model her pale skin, but her chest rises and falls ever so slightly. Even just carrying her along could kill her in a state like this, says a woman. We could be in danger here, points out another. No, let's stop the caravan for rest and tend to the girl. As the caravan tents rise, a fire is built beside the girl, who is covered in furs and ointments. Progress is slow, but soon you see the girl alive enough to swallow water and some heated broth. When you wake the next day, a healer tells you the girl should be fine in time. Right, we definitely want to camp for a second, though. We need to rest up and get our morale back up. Okay, we got somebody to talk to. Yeah, sure, we'll go talk to you real quick. Just take it easy for a while. People are noticing. Oh, they've noticed, have they? We're on the edge of dying daylight, and you want me to take it easy. Gods, I should be plowing twice as many fields, you understand? I don't understand. Don't get us thrown out of this caravan, Mogan. It's not just you who suffers. Right, so you get married, have kids, and now I'm supposed to settle down too? Yeah. What happened to two brothers climb up as you approach? That's right, I've got a kid to take care of. Cool your head, Mogan. Hogan departs, leaving Mogan looking awkward. Look, what brings you around? Just heard yelling, came to check it out. Sure. You come running every time you hear yelling? Must be why you look so tired. Fair enough. Look, it's not a secret. I like women, Rook. They like me. They like the scar. Oh, okay. Yeah, the scar on his face. Forget it. Listen to all this death. Every night, half the caravan cries itself to sleep. Pathetic. Come on, Rook. Be honest. This is good living? Half the world just tilling soil till they kill over. What kind of life is that? We're lucky you could go your whole life with no goals, no purpose, nothing to fight against but boredom and hunger. I'm glad for all of this. I get what you're saying, sure. Look at it like this. We're fighting to the death almost every day, yeah? You can curl up in a little ball of fear. You can go hide in the woods eating nuts and appreciating leaves or some nonsense. Or you can enjoy the struggle. Know which one I pick? Anyway, just so you know, I'd never go for Alette. Well, thank you. Promise you that. Or Oddly, all yours. Okay, appreciate it. You depart unsure whether your opinion of Mogan changed for the better or worse. I would agree. Yeah, I don't know if it's better or worse. That is very fair. Let's check out the heroes for just a second. So we did get, what did we get? We got this thing? Yeah. Plus 15% crit chance. Level 3. I mean, definitely want to give it to one of these as soon as they get to level 3, which they're not there yet, for sure. But I do feel like that is going to be very, very good to have. So we'll hold off for now, but that's definitely going to be a good one to go after. Yeah, we just need to rest a little bit here. I probably want to rest until we get back to green on the morale. It's going to be very expensive here. Okay, there we go. We're at least good morale. I think that's got to be good enough, and we'll go ahead and leave now. Hopefully I didn't use too much supplies. The sounds of a skirmish alert you to a Varl surrounded by a half-dozen armed fighters. One man spots you and shouts, "Leave us to our business." This Varl killed my father without reason. The Varl is about to respond when a man attacks. The giant swats the blade aside and silently watches for the next assault. Let's hear what the Varl has to say. The Varl shrugs as if unconcerned, saying, "This was father and I had a business deal. He lied. Now he's dead." Lies? Lies, shouts the man. You murder him over a lie? You coward. The men wildly attack the Varl, who deflects them well enough, but you're uncertain of how long he can keep it up. I don't know. I'm tempted to defend the Varl, but probably a bad idea. Ivor, you say? We could use any Varl with a good sword arm, couldn't we? He nods, readying his weapon. The men immediately back off. The prospect of fighting your entire army is suddenly unappealing. I would imagine that would be the case. They watch from a distance, shouting obscenities and something about injustice. The Varl turns towards you. Didn't need the help, but if I'm going to travel, it may as well be in the company of other Varl. He falls in love with the others, and you return to travel. Okay, sure. We got us a Varl. Technically, we have more than one Varl, but I guess this is a non-hero Varl.
Wormtow was never the kind of place someone would build a town. Fittingly, the Varl living here aren't known for welcoming visitors with open arms.
My volume's not working for my little knob. I think it's... For some reason this game doesn't want to connect to my external device here that turns up the volume. The Varl find you before you see them. Not surprising with this many people behind you. With weapons drawn, they demand to know why you're here. But back down when Ivor tells them he's come to see someone named Crummer. Okay. Crummer. He's blind in one eye. Crummer, it's been a long time. Yeah, it has. So what brings Ingvar to Wormtow with his very own village of humans? Bad news. Dredger coming down from the north. We barely made it this far. That is dire news. Come on, we have food. We'll discuss more in the meat house. As you follow the old Varl into the meager town, you catch him quietly saying, "If it were anyone else." I've talked with the warriors here. I'll be honest with you. Half want to go north and find out what happened to Blotzbacher. Some think we should go to Grofheim instead. None of them are happy you're here. What do you think? If I had it my way, I'd stay here and let the dredge come. But you made this a problem, didn't you? We can't feed this many people for long, even if they don't eat much. This is a Varl town. Most of us take care of ourselves. You've got women, children. We could pitch in, make this place livable. It doesn't work like that. These Varl are here to get away from civilization, not make one. It's Crummer's call. It won't be long before Dredge are here too. No, it won't. If there's one thing we should do, it's to tell Jorundir what's going on. Who's Jorundir? Varl King. Well, as close to one as we have. Ingvar, where did you find these people? Stay here and rest, but once yours are ready to go, we do. I'm going to see off those who want to head north. But I'll join you to Grafheim. More travel? No, we've already come so far. Stop the pouting, girly. Even if your runner won't listen to a tired old Var like me, I have a feeling they'll pay attention to your friend Ingvar here. They'll listen to Ivar? Ha, he hasn't told you? Of course he hasn't. Do what you need to, but don't be long. Alright, so we got this guy to talk to. We got the market. I guess we'll go talk to you real quick. Crummer, can you spare a moment? Mostly no, but I'll try. I never had a moment to thank you for your hospitality. Consider it done then. So who is Ingvar? Yeah, sure. I'm not surprised he never told you. I'm just surprised he can stand being around anyone at all. Your friend was one of us long ago. I mean, the dredge bashing type. He was called Ingvar then. And if you want to know how he changed his name, or why he changed his name, best ask him yourself. I'm too old to peddle and gossip. How did you get all these Varl to follow you? Respect, young one. After the Second Great War, wasn't much for me left to do, so I started training other Varl to fight. Got tired of that and made a place in Wormtow. They still come calling, even with no wars to speak of. Seems like that might be changing though, don't it? I bet you have some incredible stories. I might. Or I could be the most boring Varl you ever met. Depends on how much you like killing dredge. Ask me again someday. Might tell you about the time we filled a dead yox with whale teeth. Weird. And why. Any wisdom on fighting dredge? Depends on how much you know. They're all armor. Tap them hard enough though and it'll shatter. Line up a whole row of slag and they'll explode on each other all the way down. You get in a big brawl, half your time is spent setting them up for it. And if you see one bang his axe like a tuning fork, try to kill him quick. Sometimes the slag he's calling won't even show up. Yeah, we've seen that. Alright, we'll leave you to your business. Let's go look at the market. Oh, okay, this is a really good return on our investment for supplies. Never deflected. Plus 10% crit chance. Oof, that's really nice as well. Alright, I do think we got to cap out on as much supplies as we can here, because we're going to be able to get so much value here. No, probably not that much. Let's go. Alright, we'll just get 5. It's still going to be 20 supplies, which is a good chunk. How much did that increase our day supplies by? We're at 10, so that gives us 2 more days. You know, let's go to 15 days. I mean, it's not going to use up all of our renown. And maybe this is a bad idea. Maybe we shouldn't use any renown on supplies ever, to be perfectly honest, to min-max completely. But again, I'm not super worried about min-maxing this go around. Do we want to rest? We are at normal morale. Check out our heroes. I don't think anybody's got any. There's no reason they would have an XP at this point. Apparently Crummer is part of our group now. Oh, we got a very large group of heroes now. Alright, we're going to rest at least a day. Okay, as long as we get up to good morale, I think I'll be happy with that. And then I think we can leave. Grafheim's quite a few days out, says Crummer, but nothing worse than crossing the waste, I imagine. If there's anywhere you might be safe from dredge, it's there. You steel yourself for another long march, and half the town of Wormtow joins you. Oh, that's a lot of Varl. A flurry of snowfall seems to come out of nowhere, and quickly thickens until you're unable to see the man in front of you. You shout out a complete halt, but the screaming winds drown out the sound. A day passes before the blizzard abates, and clansmen start to reappear from the snowdrifts. It quickly becomes apparent that not everybody is where you last saw them, and a quick search of the area is not enough to recover all the missing clansmen. Let's make a thorough search. It takes time to establish proper search teams, but you devise a way to quickly cover as much ground as possible. After a full day of searching, you find many survivors, but your successes are dampened by a number of frozen bodies and others who have simply vanished. Disheartened, you return to travel. How many did we lose? 21. Oof. A woman's stifled screams failed to overlet to overly concern anyone. It was only a matter of time before the expectant mother gave birth. Oh, okay. The caravan is simply excited by this first sign of new life since the trip began. Allow the mother and child some peace, to be fair. We'll offer them some extra rations as gifts. I think that's a nice thing to do. While the caravan cheers the baby's birth, he suggests offering the family a bit more food over the next few weeks. The clansmen quietly arrange a supply wagon at the flap of the family's tent to surprise them when they next come out. We lost a few supplies, but we were good people, and we got some renown for that, so that's actually worthwhile, I think. You haven't seen Alette for much of the day. When you do find her, she's returning to camp alone from a fair distance away, looking rather sullen. She keeps her eyes on the ground as you approach. I'll just sit quietly beside her. Let her talk. I feel like things are changing so quickly, she eventually confides. It's not just that. Everything is going so wrong. I've been talking to Eckel a lot. This gets your attention. What has he been telling you? He told me how he and Onif are kin. Eckel had a sister who married Onif, but she died a long time ago. Then they've been bound since, but then Onif left without him. Just left him behind without a word. That's why he came after us. I guess we could confirm his story. Eventually you find Onif back at camp and relate the story. Is that what Eckel told you? Replies Onif. Then he sighs. It's true about his sister. She died of fever when we were just married. Surprised he opened up like that. So I left him to Frost Valley, he continues. He'd be fine one day, ready to kill his own men the next. Sometimes he would. I'd make the same decision tomorrow. We'll just let the issue drop for now. Hopefully that's not a bad idea. You feel certain Alette got the message. Instead of stirring up more trouble, you decide to let the issue drop and a tighter watch on Eckel. Godstone of Marek looms into view. Upon it carved a great ocean beast. Jagged stones jut out of the snow like shark fins. It's hard to imagine the Nordfelling waste being filled with water at one time, but the Godstone stands as a reminder of the vast lake it used to look across. A blessing, shouts one of the men in your caravan, holding up what looks like a silver coin. It's a fish scale, he says, pointing out the rainbow pattern that shows in the sunlight. Soon a curious child has found another hiding in the snow, and then a third is discovered. Some morale, good. Perhaps they'll bring us lucky over here, and before long the caravan has become obsessed with gathering the shining scales. Alright, we're actually going to pause in there. When we come back, we will decide what to let the caravan do about the shining scales, and then we will probably move on from this Godstone. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.